Hey there. I want to talk to you today about endocrine disruptors. Do you see that word around or in articles? These are endocrine disruptors. It's all over. I mean, I talk about it quite a bit. There was an article in the New York Times just last week, quite an interesting article last week about endocrine disruptors. So let's back up a bit and talk about the endocrine system. Very cursory look at it. Your endocrine system is basically a complex system of glands that produce hormones. So some of those glands are your thyroid, your pituitary, adrenals, ovaries, pancreas, testicles, and those glands produce hormones, and these hormones basically talk to each other and are responsible for so much of the functioning of your body. So there are certain chemicals that have been shown to mimic, disrupt, interfere with that endocrine system. When that happens, because as I just mentioned, the endocrine system really is responsible for so much of how our body functions, when that's messed with or disrupted with through these chemicals, when they mimic the hormones or interfere, block the hormones, it causes a cascade effect. And we really don't know the end to it. The fingers kind of web out in a huge way. But some of the things that it's been linked to are cancers and infertility, obesity, neurobehavioral problems, actually. And I think that list, as they study, it's going to go on and on. There'll be more. So that's just as I promised, your Cliff Note version of the endocrine system. I want to get really quickly to 5 sources of endocrine disruptors that are really easy just to cut out, really simple. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to do it. So the number one is skincare products. And I talk about skincare products a lot. Of course, I believe, Beauty Counter really has the most rigorous screening process. And so I believe we have the safest products on the market. What you definitely want to avoid in your skincare products are phthalates, parabens, triclosan, and oxybenzone, which is a really common ingredient in sunscreens. Avoid those. They've all been linked to endocrine disruption, even in the smallest amount, even if you're using it just very occasionally. And in fact, endocrine chemicals that impact your endocrine system are thought to be more harmful in smaller doses. So really watch out. There's no safe dose. The second common source is BPA. So you're going to find that in canned foods. You're going to find that in your store receipts. You'll also find that in plastics. Now, unfortunately, I know a lot of people are big on BPA-free. BPA-free is not thought to be any safer. BPA has been replaced with BPF and BPS, and that's actually been shown to be more dangerous than BPA. So skipping that whole plastic world best you can is really good. And in one of these live videos, I'll talk to you about some ways that my family has substituted plastic out, because it's a process, right? Our world has become very, very plastic. The third common source of endocrine disruptors are going to be your conventionally grown fruits and vegetables and your conventionally raised animals. They're just full of these chemicals. Atrazine is a big one, and these chemicals, these pesticides, are so common that they are just everywhere in our drinking water too, in fact. So going organic, eating grass-fed animals best as possible if you are a meat eater. Number 4, I'm racing through this because my attention span for a video is short, so I want to make sure you get this information quickly. Number 4 is nonstick cookware. So the coating on nonstick is terribly, terribly toxic. PFOAs, PFCs, they are, I talked yesterday about the quality of the air inside our homes and how it's so incredibly polluted, even more so than major cities like Los Angeles. It's in large part to this nonstick cookware. So skip the nonstick cookware. I guess in a live video I'll also talk about some of the cookware that my family has shifted over to, because we used to have nonstick cookware once upon a time too. And the 5th thing I'm going to focus on are your cleaning products. So avoiding the chemicals that I mentioned in your personal care products, including fragrance, big one. Go fragrance free. That's just a basic rule. Start there, fragrance free. It'll keep you much safer. A great resource for finding safer cleaning products and skincare products is the Environmental Working Group's database, which you can access via your website or via an app on your phone. It's called Healthy Living. It's not 100%, but it's a great starting place. So when I'm at the store and there's a cleaning product on sale, or I'm looking for something to clean my toilets, let's say, that's what I go to. That's how I check to make sure that it's as safe as possible. So your endocrine system, take really good care of it, people. Have a good day.